What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's Talk Jets Radio. We broadcast live every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so. At Talk Jets Radio on Instagram and Twitter. This video is pretty quick. It's, Adam Gase met the media today, and the reactions from the fan base are so funny at this point. It's just, there is no gray area. It's either hate or support. Adam Gase talks about how he reviewed the way Le'Veon Bell needs to be used, how he wants to put him in space. And the one party was like, no shit, dude. You should have known this last year when you signed him. Or the other party was like, you know what? They did self-scouting. They're figuring out the problems they made. They figured out the mistakes, and now they're going to address them. So now it's like, which fan are you? Are you the one that's going to constantly bitch and moan about everything Adam Gase says until he proves you wrong? Or are you giving him just say, you know what? I'm going to support him this year. Hopefully let's see what happens and not bring out that negativity. And it's fascinating because it's just, there's a good, and listen, I am more than guilty of this, where I am the first one to criticize him because I think a lot of things he said today were things that we talked about all last year, like, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? And it's like, he's winning the press conferences. He's won them with the Jamal Adams situation. He said all the right things throughout this entire offseason, but now it's like you want to see it on the field. Like, you can say all you want about, Le'Veon Bell and how you're going to use him and how Sam Darnold is going to flourish and all this stuff, but unless we see it, we're not going to believe it. But it's just fascinating. The fan reactions to him are just, it is off the charts. And we even had it last night with the show where there's a lot of doom and gloom. People are like, we're going to suck, we're this and that. Where a part of you as a fan, you're like, you know what? Maybe we could shock the world. Maybe we could rally the troops. Maybe it's us against the world. Like, maybe you could do all these things. Like, at some point, you just want to win. Like, you have that in the back of your mind, that red flag, that caution about Gase and all the changes this team is trying to make under, like, ridiculous circumstances. But the other part, you're like, dude, I want to win so bad. I want to make the playoffs. So it's interesting to see how this all plays out. I think the biggest thing that came out of all of the media today is that if you want to learn what a leader is, it's Le'Veon Bell. This dude has been doing it on and off the field, everything right. Now, last year, the expectations for him were high. A Hall of Fame caliber running back. You want to see it all. And he didn't have a great season. And there's a lot of, we said he was misused. Some people, he lost a step. Some people say he was hurt. Some people blame the offensive line, the play calling, the coaching, all of these different things. There were so many reasons why the Bell thing didn't work last year. A lot of people believe that Adam Gase doesn't even want him, can't wait to get rid of him, all of that. Here comes Bell into this season where he's in the best shape of his life. He talked about it. He's probably at his high school or college weight. He's in phenomenal shape. And then when pressed about what he wants to do, he took all the blame himself. And he wasn't as good as he could have been last year. He didn't blame the offensive line. He didn't blame the coach. He actually praised the coach, and he promised to do better. Like, if you want to talk about a leadership, he owned it. He took accountability for last year. He's not pointing the finger anywhere. He put it on himself. And now he's the biggest star on his team right now. That's it. I mean, you look at the New York Jets, the face of the franchise, we want it to be Sam Darnold. The guy they're going to go to for quotes is Le'Veon Bell. And that's a good thing because this guy is emerging as a leader. He's saying it. He's silencing all the critics, but he's just making it quiet. Like, listen, we're just going to show up and play hard and see what happens. And that's why I was kind of annoyed where everybody made such a big deal about Frank Gore. Like, oh, Frank Gore's bringing leadership to the locker room, all this stuff. Dude, you have a guy there already. Like, this, like, in terms of, Le'Veon Bell is a legitimate presence. And all he's doing right now is working out like a madman and setting the tone with his actions by being in the best shape. And the mindset is, I'm going to outwork you. I'm going to make it better. And I'm not going to blame everybody but myself. And that's it. That's the epitome of a leader. So while we had some concerns about the loss of C.J. Mosley and potentially Jamal Adams in terms of who's going to be the mentor, who's going to be the leader, who will be the focal point of this team to help offset some of the pressure off Sam Darnold, it's obviously Le'Veon Bell. And now the thing is, Adam Gase has to maximize that. Like, this is the premier guy that can bail us out of having a lack of weapons on offense. He could bail us out of having probably not a great defense, where it's like, you know what, you get the ball in his hands 30 times a game and see what happens. I guarantee you it's going to be productive. So time possession will work. Play action pass happens. So Bell is saying and doing all the right things, and now Gase has to do right by him. And I've said in every video where you build this offense around the running game to start and then expand it going forward, and you can maybe offset a slow start to the season that way. So interesting stuff in the media today. To me, the biggest story is no doubt by far Le'Veon Bell and the way he's handling things. It is impressive as hell. He's redefining the leadership role in this team. Sam Darnold is obviously saying all the right things too. It's great to hear he's taking on a more vocal presence in the huddle, which obviously is going to happen when you're year 2 in the offense. He knows a lot more. The playbook is a lot more fluid to him. He can do a lot more. He can give feedback to Gase. Hopefully Gase accepts it and changes things. But this is all progress. These are all the steps you want to see. And now the next step is translate it to the field. Now, not having a preseason sucks because you can't really try it out anywhere. Having only, I think it's 12 or 14 padded practices makes it more challenging, where you're going to learn on the fly against the Buffalo Bills. But all encouraging signs. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try to do a lot of videos, and obviously it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be, we don't have access to the team this year. This is the first year that we don't have training camp passes. So all we're going to basically doing is reacting to reports. So hope you guys enjoy it. This is my simple take, and we'll see what happens. So T-Roush21 on Twitter, and I'll talk to you guys next time.